Let's do Franz, which is directed by Francois Ozon, which is... You never quite know what you're going to get from Francois Ozon. He's made some brilliant movies. I introduced Regarde la Mer on the TV on Channel 4 many, many years ago. He's done, sitcom Under the Sand, 8 Women, Swimming Pool, Time to Leave. This is based on Ernst Lubitsch's Broken Lullaby. In 1919, Anna, played by Paula Beer, is a young German woman who visits the grave of her fiancé who died in the war. Flowers have been laid by a mysterious Frenchman who then turns up and at first enrages but slowly starts to fascinate the family of the dead young man. Initially, the father says, because of the conflict, I can't possibly have you in here because all the French are responsible for the loss of my son. But there seems to have been a strange bond between these two young men, something which somehow brings the son back to life through the memories of this enigmatic stranger. The film does this weird thing. I was reading Jack Cardiff. Well, actually, I was reading Michael Powell talking about Jack Cardiff in when they were filming Matter of Life and Death. And
just remind us of their
Matter of Life.
There.
So the Matter of Life and Death, Powell and Pressburger classic, which we talked about, in the last couple of weeks, which is a film which goes between black and white, or more accurately, monochrome and colour. And Jack Cardiff was the person who said, what you do is that you shoot it in 3-strip Technicolor, which you drain the colours out. That allows you to go from black and white into colour. In the case of this, it does go from colour into black and white and back into colour. It sort of seeps in and out. It's to do with the past and the present, memory, invention, all those sort of things being described in different ways visually. And it works rather well. It's got terrific performances, really, really terrific performances, and did indeed call to mind that classic technique from A Matter of Life and Death. I thought the problem with it was that it felt to some extent like a slightly formal exercise. It didn't feel to me like the kind of classic Ozon stuff which really connects on an absolutely, emotional level, something that really kind of gets, under your skin. It was something that I watched and admired and liked and sort of investigated it as I was watching it. But what I didn't think it had was the stuff that the very best Ozon has, which is that it absolutely gets under your skin. It absolutely, grabs you on a really, really personal level. So I thought it was impressive. I thought it was stylistically interesting. I thought it was, an interesting way of telling that story. What it lacked for me was just something which was more emotionally resonant, although I did find it tantalizing and I did think there were very interesting ideas. And of course, it is a story about storytelling. So the fact that it has so much in it about storytelling and the fact that it felt so much like listening to somebody telling you a story kind of makes sense.